hope you enjoyed my little montage. Okay, so this is a picture of me in Ghana. This was the room that I was sleeping in. I was living in for 3.5 years. This is the room that I did everything in. And this is the room that I'm currently living in. I mean, I live on campus, but when you look at the comparison, it's different. Now, what is the bottom line of these two scenarios? Even if I have not reached the peak that I want to be, at least life over here is way better than how it was back home, in a country where I was born, in a country where my forefathers fought for us. Let me tell you a story. I've said this so many times, but I'll tell you guys. So in 2020, I dropped out of UPSA in Ghana, where I was owing the school 1,630 Ghana cedis, which is about $125 or so, yeah. And I quite remember we had no option than to just go and beg the vice chancellor to allow me to write my exams. That was the last semester for me to graduate my diploma program, and they said they weren't going to allow me to take the exam because I was owing their school fees. So I remember going to the vice chancellor's office, and then the secretary to the vice chancellor told me he wasn't around, and she said it in a very rude way. He's not around, go, he's not around. So I took it to be normal. I mean, he's not around, he's a busy person. And I went to stand by the rails or the corridor, whatever. So I was just standing there thinking about my next move, texting friends to see if they could help or anything. And then I looked behind me and I saw the vice chancellor coming out from the office, which they said he wasn't in. This was like 2 minutes interval. He came out of the office, walked past by me like with 2 or 3 of his people. Very difficult to approach because the people around him seemed to be like, you know, hey, don't get close to him, that kind of vibes. And I remember standing by the rails and crying. I just started crying. I was like, why is my life like this? What is happening to my life? Dropping out of UPSA in your final semester to graduate, and when you drop out, it's a disgrace. It's like it hasn't happened before. You dropped out because you couldn't pay school fees. You could imagine. And that was my turning point. That was the main motivation why I said I would never, ever school in Ghana. Like, I was done with schooling in Ghana. You are probably watching this video and this is your story. You are probably stuck in life. You feel like the school is not working. You probably graduated. I mean, I have so many people graduate and then they hit me up that, yo, nothing is working. I remember seeing my friends graduating, doing those makeup videos with Instagram reels like God did, blah, blah, blah. And I felt left out. I felt alone because, I mean, all my mates that I went to orientation with are graduating without me. But to the glory of God, and with all humility, I'm saying this with humility, that these people who graduated 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and I felt like I was behind, these same people reach out to me that, yo, could you recommend some schools for me to apply outside? Like, I see them and I'm like, what is happening? You get it? Now, this journey is a very difficult one with the lighting work over here. This journey is a very difficult one, and I wouldn't lie to you because I've been in this process for a very long time, and the most difficult part is when you hear stories of people not getting visas approved, when you hear stories of people not getting scholarships, which are the most important thing. You lose the motivation that you had in the beginning. And that is why this video is here for you. The reason why I like to make these sit down videos is that I feel like I can express myself much more compared to those short videos that I make on TikTok. And I'm sitting on the floor, by the way. You could see me sitting on the floor just here in the library. I'm studying and I just decided to film this video for you guys. Right? Now, I want you to look at your life. Analyze what you are going through right now in life. For me, I'll be very honest with you. When I was in Ghana, I was stupidly broke. When I talk about being broke, whatever your definition for brokenness or poverty is, I was below that. I was begging my friends for 20 Ghana cedis. I was texting them for airtime. I was like, yo, could you please borrow me airtime? Could you please do this for me? I was begging my friends for money, and they know this. To the point where you are even supporting your family. You are even supporting your mom. Imagine your mom calling you that there is an emergency and you are able to help. Your dad calling you that there is an emergency and you're able to help. All because you decided to change your location. You decided to change your environment. That could be you 1 year from now. This could be 2 years from now. And that is why this video is for you. So when you're on this journey and then you get stuck, you don't know what to do. You can't, this is not a journey that you would want to be telling people that, yo, I'm working on this. Can you help me? Blah, blah, blah. This is something you want to keep to yourself, right? So you can definitely ask for help. Now, I want you to ask yourself your main reason, your why as to why you want to actually leave the country. That is why I started this video with the story of how I dropped out, hopeless, no future, no vision, nothing, to actually come in here and you see all these things that I'm doing, like publishing 19 books in America. Let me tell you the guys about the truth about me publishing books. I published these books in Ghana, and the account in which I published, Amazon, they were all banned. The books were banned. They were like, we don't trust you because you are in Ghana and we don't trust you. So they banned my account. I had to republish those books, same books, when I came to America, and those books were released for me. They were actually published, they were published for me. So you tell you that your location actually matters. Your location actually matters. So you are watching this video, you are young, you're ambitious, you actually want a change in your life. You should probably consider this steady route to be the life or the turning point in your life. In the own words of my best friend Abel, he said something that, God bless me, he's been telling me this every day, because it's like through me, but by God's grace, through me, I've been able to help him come here. My best friend Kelvin, of about 15 years, he's also here. Abel, over 10 years friendship, he's also here, and some of my friends are also here. So you could tell that this thing is actually real. And I saw our lives back in Ghana, and I'm seeing it right now. To gather motivation for this journey, you have to know your why. I always tell people, why do you actually want to study abroad? Why do you actually want to move from your country? I can give you so many whys. The first why is, I cannot read any of the programs in Ghana. I am not a maths person. I am not a science person. I am a reading and writing person. So I have to do law. In Ghana, you can't do law and politics and computer science together. You can't do any of those things. But in America, you do these things. You can switch. I've switched from computer science to an English minor before. I've switched all these classes, and they were easy. They took seconds to switch. But back home, you cannot do any of these things. I wanted to be a speaker. I wanted to be a YouTuber. None of these things were working for me in Ghana. When I told you that I started a podcast in Ghana and it failed, you wouldn't believe it. I would be recording a podcast in Ghana, and my mom would be pounding fufu in the kitchen, like pounding, boom, boom, boom. Whilst I'm recording a podcast, like, could you imagine? I remember I was speaking on a podcast show with people in China, people in the US, UK, and I was in Ghana, and the time zone was different. So we're all on the Zoom meeting speaking, and then my dad just barged into my room. I've been calling you. Why are you not responding? Could you imagine? I've been sitting in this library for the past 1 hour. Has anyone interrupted me that, oh, come and do this for me? You see how I'm sitting here comfortably recording this video? That is the peace that comes with changing your location. In the Bible, God told Abraham, leave your father's house, your country, and I would bless you. So most people, I'm not saying everyone should travel abroad, of course. Most people would get their blessings, or most people would level up when they change their location or when they travel abroad. That is why people make it seem like, when you travel abroad, your life is good. You think you are better than this. No, it's not that. But then the kind of mindsets that you develop here. I knew myself when I was in Ghana, the kind of self-esteem issues that I had, and I know myself right now. Never in a million years did I believe that I would have someone to call like a mentor, because I felt I didn't deserve to have a mentor, but I have more than 3 mentors. I didn't believe that I was going to have people look up to me, tell me that I inspire them. I never believed it in a million years. That is why sometimes I don't even reply to messages, because I feel shy. I feel like this is not me. Like the guy that was disrespected by everyone in his school many years ago, in his community, being made fun of for so many things, and now everyone is just reaching out to you. I just feel like it's not me. So I sometimes get shy. Like I have this imposter syndrome that it's not me, because I changed my environment. Now the main reason, or the main motivation, and the main reason why you should gather motivation is that motivation will propel you to go through this difficult journey. I'm telling you that this journey is very difficult. To even find dates for your interview is very difficult. To even find schools with affordable fees is very difficult. To even find schools that are willing to accept you, it's very difficult. That is why you need that motivation. But the crazy thing about motivation is that motivation actually do not exist. That is why you need discipline. So we're going to talk about discipline. That is the plus twist. How to actually get discipline to study abroad. You should ask yourself all the time, why am I doing this? Why am I dating this girl? Why am I eating this food? Because I am hungry. If I don't eat, I would be hungry. Why am I speaking to this person on the phone? Because I'm getting some information. Why am I visiting this friend? Because I'll get this, I'll get that. So why do you want to study abroad? Is it because people are posting pictures online? They are looking fresh. I'm telling you that 99 points. I am an international student. I have international student friends. We have a group chat. We are on FaceTime every day. We talk. And we know the struggles that we go through over here. I'm telling you that none of us here are as happy as you think we are, in the sense that we post pictures and then we are smiling and all those things. I'm in the library since it's currently 12:54. I've been in the library since 11:50 a.m. After class, I just came back here. I couldn't go back to my room because I have like 5 assignments due. 5 assignments. And I have to finish all these things before 6 p.m. So you understand? So it's not like we are happy out there posting people pictures, putting tension on you guys. It's because you look at the fulfillment that you had, or the fulfillments that you have when you came here compared to the one back home. It's better. So don't base your motivation of traveling abroad because you see us to be happy, because most of us aren't really happy like you think we are. Of course, we get other benefits and stuff, but we aren't really flexing or happy like as you think you are. To gather motivation, look at your situation at home and look at the situation that you could probably end up in when you come here. Like when I was in Ghana, couldn't record a podcast, couldn't record YouTube videos, but when I came to the US, I'm able to do all these things with ease. Like I'm just sitting here with my socks, sitting on the floor talking to you guys. I couldn't do this back in Ghana. It's not possible. My little sister would have run into the room to distract me by now. I couldn't publish a book in Ghana. It wouldn't have been possible. I came here and I was just publishing the books. I've written those books many years ago and I just published them when I came here. You understand? So look at your life in Ghana. Look at the kind of respect that you get when you study in the US, in Canada, or in the UK. Look at the kind of mind opening, or look at the kind of mindset you develop just by traveling abroad. Look at our uncles and our aunties living abroad. Look at how they even speak to us. You could see how their mind is so opened. They are so woke. Comparing it to those boys in Ghana, following politicians, trying to be party, what is their name, foot soldiers or party. You understand? All what I'm saying is that to develop motivation to study abroad, you need to ask yourself why, and make sure that the why is so strong, so strong that nothing can shake it. Why would I apply for visa 5 times if my why was to just come here and just, America is fresh and then, my color will come and all those things? Why do you think I kept moving? Because I knew that if I kept or I lost that motivation to study abroad, I wouldn't be able to go back to UPSA, because the 2 years I stayed at home had disqualified me from coming back to continue my top-up degree or to even take a receipt or anything. So I can't go back to UPSC technically. I had a D in my YC. I can't go back to rewriting of daycare and all those things. It's like I was stuck. The only option was to travel abroad. I'm not saying put yourself in that situation, but find a motivation that is so strong. Maybe your motivation is that your entire family, no one has studied abroad, no one has sat in an airplane before, and you want to be that first person. Make it so strong that you are manifesting it, you are thinking about it. I'm telling you that every day in the evening, I would lay on the floor like this. I don't know if you guys can see me. I would lay on the floor with my back like this in the evening, staring at airplanes whilst the light was blinking. Whilst the light would be blinking, and I'll be manifesting it. I would also be here. I would also be here. I would also be here some years from now. I would also be sitting in this. I would be manifesting, talking to my parents about how I've arrived, how life is and that. And I did all these things to the glory of the Lord. You get it? So find a motivation that is so strong. That motivation will propel you into doing research at night whilst your friends are watching TikTok videos and watching those Twitter influencers fooling on the internet, watching those YouTube trends of those couple channels, reality shows. That motivation is what will keep you on your phone searching for schools every day. You are checking, how can I do this? How can I do this? How can I do that? I've made a video, I'm still editing it, on how I was able to achieve so many things in 6 months after coming to the US. And I hate making those kind of videos because people mistaking it to be like, oh, he's too low, because that is the perception people have about me. I'm too low, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. You get it? Have a plan for it, and then I've never seen anyone with that strong motivation, with that strong plan, and not actually make it. Like, you would eventually make it once your motivation is so strong. Your why, your reason why you actually want to move is so strong. You'll be able to make it. I get DMs every day, and I could just tell right from the bat that some people just aren't serious about this thing. They will text you, hi, please give me a list of schools with fully funded. This is for another video, but let me tell you guys, scholarships in the US aren't real, okay? When a school gives you, a school can tell you that their fees is $45,000, but you are giving you a scholarship of $10,000. You'll be so happy. But in actual fact, the school fees is actually $35,000. Because picture this, no school in their right senses would charge you $60,000 just for tuition. It's not possible. It doesn't make it. The government would even look for them. Their most that they can charge is like $38,000 for just tuition fees based on the state, right? They wouldn't charge you $60,000 just for this. And who will be going to that school? So they will tell you that, oh, our school fees is $45,000. Oh, sorry, our school fees is $60,000, but we are giving you a scholarship of $15,000, $20,000 because we want you to come. They have not lost anything. They just placed an amount there, a figure there. They just placed that figure there. But that's a topic for another video. So yeah, if you needed the motivation, most people lose motivation and then they're like, yo bro, I just lost motivation after my visa was refused. I just lost motivation because the school is asking for this and that. Come back and watch this video, and then if you want to talk to me one-on-one, go to the link in my description, and then you should probably find a link down there. I'm going back to my books, and if I get any idea, I'll come back here and record it. I'm loving YouTube so much because I just got monetized. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.